What's good? What's good? What's good, my peopleizations? Y'all ain't think I was gonna make it. Y'all ain't think I was gonna make it. Salute my peopleizations. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Jay Gadget, Skills from New Orleans, Via Ferreira, Anthony Lumar, Jay Samuels, Kyrie Mahoney, Via Ferreira, James, Quato Loso, Straight Gate Trey, Be the God, Showdown 79. My brother, what's going on? Cano Local Sports, Get Paid Lando, Sleep New York City, DF Dub Motivation, Kenneth Howard, Hustler for That Bag, John J. Doe, Randy Hernandez, K. Sims, Leon Sterling, Joseph Nicholas, Buddha Bay, NBA D Nights, Antone Wright, Frederick Williams, Bruce Lee Wynn, The Phoenix, Cash Rules Everything Around Me, Marky Dan 123, Tiana Scott, Peace of Bless, Queen. How you doing today? Kevin Lau Sr., my brother. What's going on, great brother? How y'all feeling today? Happy holidays, man. Frederick Williams, Terry Smoot Jr., Push Jackson, Terrell Brooks, Ray Urell. What's going on? Vernon Arrington, Kyle Brown. What's going on? Happy holidays, my people. Happy holidays. So let's talk about it. Hulk Nell, Bro Man. Let's talk about this real quick, right? So it looked like we could get Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman in July. Mr. AMG, what's going on? It looks like Norm Sale. What's going on? King Pep, what's going on? It looks like we could possibly get Keith Thurman versus Terence Bud Crawford in Cornelius Smith. What's going on? Randy Hernandez. What's going on? In July. Okay. Terence Crawford is open to fighting Keith Thurman. And I want my vision back. What's going on? And Cornelius Smith. What's going on? And Keith Thurman seems to be open to fighting Terence Crawford, right? Chris Sip. What's going on? He said, Terence going whoop Errol. Okay. Big Tony, what's going on? You hear Tio admit he injured going to the fight? No, I didn't hear that. Man, I tell you one thing, right? They Third Eye Explosion, what's going on? It seemed like they have a clear case of success and they're not handling it well. I don't understand, man. The contradictions. Now he's saying he's going into the fight with an injury. I didn't hear that, but DP Rockers, Sir Dante Fox, what's going on? Daniel Neely, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Big Tony, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? Let's say that Big Jag, what's going on? Let's say that is the case. You understand? Let's say that's the case. The Haven Alexander, Demetrius Bright, what's going on? Let's say that's the case. Let's say you are injured going into the fight, right? Wayne Wade, what's going on? Why would you want it to be public? Why? MP Dub TF, what's going on? Why would you make it public? For what? Mike Rom, what's going on? Why? The Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reach in the building. Mike Rom, what's going on? Smash the like button as you come in. Jonathan 97, what's going on? Right? Jerome Purtle, what's going on? Saint, what's going on? Why would you want that to be known, even if that's the case? If that's the case, you shouldn't want it to be known. Nobody should know it going into the fight, unless you're just looking for a reason to say why you lost. Hayes Farmer, what's going on? So who Errol gonna fight? I hope it's Ugis. Deontay Mosley, what's going on? DF Dub Motivation, my brother. Happy holidays to you too. Peter Naives, what's going on? Right? Why would you want anybody to know that? You see what I'm saying? Like it's like they seem to be all over the place with it. You understand? Brian said, "Don't sleep on Thurman." Nobody sleeps on Keith Thurman. His inactivity, though, and lack of focus because of frequent fire. RC, what's going on? Makai Ransom, what's going on? I think he has a lack of focus, a lack of commitment. Salute to my brother G5 _ Gabe. Go subscribe to my brother G5 _ Gabe. What's going on, great brother? Drop the link. G Money 718, what's going on? DeAndre Descott, what's going on? CVP Jr., what's going on? Teach, Kenneth Howard, what's going on? Benjamin Newsom, what's going on? I do think that he is not committed, like Mama mentality for life. What's going on? I think he used to be committed before. Um, his love for the sport, you know, has wavered. I believe. I don't think he's fully committed and love the sport like he once did. I don't think so. Player One Entertainment, what's going on? And I think Leon Robinson, what's going on? I think that's going to hurt Keith Thurman. So that's my thing. Skills pay the bills. What's going on? I don't think Sergio Gonzalez. What's going on? Julius Thomas. What's going on? Numbers 118. What's going on? I don't think for a second, Mr. J. What's going on? I don't think for a second that anybody is Tariq Reed, John J. Doe. What's going on? I don't think for a second that anybody underestimates Keith Thurman's talent in the ring. I think you underestimate Keith Thurman's commitment to the sport. I think that Keith Thurman, is not in love with the sport. Smash the like button, man. We got 250 people. Let's get 250 likes. And I think that ultimately that's gonna hurt Keith Thurman. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that Keith Thurman is not talented, because we know he's talented. We know he's skilled. We know he could box. Unadulterated truth, main boxing biker, my brother. What's going on, great brother? So I don't think for a second that anybody, is underestimating Keith Thurman's talent. You understand? You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to when you competing at this level, Dewan Mills, what's going on? When you competing, Damu Jackson, what's going on? When you competing at this level, you have to stay active. Period. You can't be coming and going. African pride, what's going on? As you so please at this level. Mark it in 123, brother in super chat. Salute, big bro. My granny made mac and cheese pie with pigeon peas. Happy Turkey Day from fam. Salute to you, great brother. Sounds good, man. Salute to my brother Marky Dan 123 in the building in super chat, supporting and showing love as he always does. King Mac the God, my brother in super chat, he said, salute, King. Salute to you, great King. Happy holidays. Joel Horter, what's going on? My brother's keeper, KJ, Volts UK, Players One, what's going on? Cam, what's going on? So the thing is with Keith Thurman, right? You can't come and go as you please at this level. You understand? At this level, you have to stay active. And Keith Thurman is not active. My brother's keeper, what's going on? That's the problem with Keith Thurman. Marquise Phillips, what's going on? Right? And so he came back off a 2-year layoff against Josito Lopez, right? 2-year layoff, came back for Josito Lopez, right? After the Danny Garcia fight in 2017. 2019, he comes back. He fights Josito Lopez. How do you look in that fight to you? How do he look to you? Yeah, Chad, what's going on? How did he look? Corey Grant, what's going on? How did Keith Thurman look against Josito Lopez after that 2-year layoff? Eric 204, what's going on? he almost got stopped by Josito Lopez. Is Josito Lopez talent on the same level as Keith Thurman? Absolutely not. By no stretch of anybody's imagination would you compare Josito Lopez's talent to Keith Thurman's talent. You just won't do it. You just won't do it. Yet, and things happen in the sport of boxing, right? Charles Pickett, Bobo, what's going on? Things happen in the sport of boxing. Robin Montgomery, what's going on? Where anything can happen. One punch could change a fight for sure. Cold Country, what's going on? For sure, anything can happen. King Grayson, what's going on? Kick Science Socially, what's going on? My brother G5_Gabe in the building in the super chat. He said, smash the like button. It's free for your grind. Salute to my brother G5_Gabe. Yeah, smash that like button, man. You see they're not sending out my notifications. You see they playing games. So let's participate. Daryl Hickenbottom, what's going on? And go subscribe to my brother G5_Gabe, man. So you saw him, Kai Sun. What's going on? Yep, Keith Thurman's good as damn as good as it doesn't hit hard. Right. His punching power seemed to have wavered. It's not Eugene Williams. What's going on? It's not because he can't hit hard. It's because he's rusty. You see, he almost got his last two fights. He almost got stopped. Derek D, what's going on? J Town 770 was spade up 36. What's going on? Teach, what's going on? Just think about that. I want y'all to think about that. His last two fights, he almost got stopped. His last two fights, Tim TV 212, Dwayne Bone, what's going on? DP Rock, what's going on? His last two fights, he almost got stopped. In both of them. He had to retreat in both of them. Just think about that. Devin Blocker, my brother, what's going on? Marcus Priest, Cano Local Sports, what's going on? Kayin Adams Senior, what's going on? Happy holidays to you too. You understand? Lloyd Price, what's going on? Julia Lettersmile, what's going on? He almost got stopped in his last two outings. Twiz West Philly, my brother. Happy holidays to my brother. Twiz West Philly, he says, salute. Good brother. Just left home, Hicktown. Just left some in New York City, in North Carolina. Flags all over the place. Oh, man, be safe out there, great brother. Salute to my brother, Twiz West Philly, man. Be safe out there, brother. Iron Man, what's going on? And happy holidays, Twiz West Philly. I was just going to ask you how you doing out there over the road. Abdul Brooklyn, what's going on? Cold Country, brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, great work. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Salute to my brother Cold Country in super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. D Luckett, brother in the super chat, won't be in almost with Bud. That's what I'm trying to say, D Luckett. Thank you, great brother. You Nigel, Mr. DJ C92, what's going on? Zoden, Neil X Davis. Neil X Davis, where you been at? Bernard Felton, what's going on? Yeah, Twiz West Philly, man. Be safe out there, great brother, and happy holidays to you. Bernard Felton, what's going on? Happy holidays to you too. So Twiz, D Luckett, that's what I'm trying to say. Right? So and it's all due to his lack of commitment to the sport. It's not a talent thing when it comes to Keith Thurman. It's a lack of commitment to the sport when it comes to Keith Thurman. That's what it boils down to. Not a lack of talent, not a lack of skill, right? It's all motivation and activity. He's not active. So he showed us him in the gym. See, here's my thing. You can't compete with Terence Crawford like this. One tune-up is not going to help Keith Thurman. One tune-up is not going to help Keith Thurman when you're dealing with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And especially Terence Crawford. And I'll tell you why. Because we saw Errol Spence, right? You saw Errol Spence. You saw Errol Spence fight Mikey Garcia, and you saw Errol Spence fight you know, Danny Garcia, right? And in those fights, you saw him just outbox them, right? You know, just get the victory. Madison Griffin, what's going on? Right? Now he can step on the gas and get the stoppage if he so chooses. But for the most part, Yahoo Poetic, what's going on? Appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you so much. Much love to you. Rico Breeden, what's going on? So, Game Clock News, what's going on? When you see Errol in there with a Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia, and he not always stepping on the gas, he's just getting a dub, right? But when you see Melvin Everett, what's going on? When you see Terence Crawford, he's closing the door. Marcus Priest, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Blue Blood, what's good? Great interview with Robert Garcia. Great work, my brother. Oh, man, I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Bronan, he said Bud stops Errol, Thurman, and Errol. Terry Jones, what's going on? Philly Miz 215, what's going on? You understand? Errol will go through the motions, right? Errol will just look to get the victory. John Hill, what's going on, great brother in the Super Chat? Salute to John Hill in the Super Chat. Boston Social Network, what's going on, great brother? Right? You'll see, right? Gabe Moore, what's going on? DP Rocco, what's going on? So you'll see Errol, he'll just go through the motions when he got you on the ropes, right? If he wants to close the show, he will. If not, he don't want to. He might not, right? The Real One TV, what's going on? Ace Sneed, what's going on? We saw Errol where he could have closed the show against Mikey. Anybody to think that Errol Spence couldn't close the show against Mikey Garcia is just simply not being realistic. If you think that Errol Spence, unscripted virtuoso, what's going on? Because you have people out there, he couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. He didn't stop him, don't mean he couldn't stop it. Okay, Twiz West Philly. Okay, salute to you anyway, great brother. Appreciate you. So if you think that Errol Spence couldn't stop Mikey Garcia, then you're sadly mistaken. And you're not being truthful with yourself. Point blank and period. Anybody out there, because you get people out there to say, well, he never stopped Mikey. Okay, he didn't stop Mikey. And how many times have you seen Mikey stopped in his career? It's very difficult to stop a fighter that don't want to be stopped. That's just there to survive and get to the end. Did you see is this old saying, right? You ever watch the movie Rocky 1, right? J Pluto 7474. What's going on? Adrian Vett, what's going on? You ever watch Rocky 1? And he said, my plans is not to win the fight. Jimmy Mendy, what's going on? I know I'm not as talented as him. My plans is just to get to the 12th round and say I got to the 12th round. Victor Mack, what's going on? Reginald Rainey, what's going on? Just to say I got to the 12th round. That's an accomplishment in itself. Mikey Garcia understood. Mikey Garcia, the wheelhouse, what's going on? Kareem Ebanks, what's going on? Mikey Garcia, listen to his words. He stated, Errol Spence was 2 steps ahead of me. He was smarter than I thought. King Just Gaming, what's going on? He was way smarter than I thought. He was quicker and a better athlete than I thought. And every time I made an adjustment, he made 2 adjustments. Angel, what's going on? Xavier Gomez, what's going on? He said every time I made an adjustment, he made 2 adjustments. So what does that tell you? Mikey Garcia is at the understanding that I'm just here to survive at this point. And Kid Lane, what's going on? Brian Harmon, what's going on? Okay? You got to understand Sham Allah, what's going on? Johnny Marco, what's going on? Okay? You got Leandre Guthrie Jr., what's going on? 4M Hustle, Kenny, what's going on? You got to understand, Mikey said to himself at one point, right? Edge of 5611, what's going on? Salute to 561 South Florida in the building. Nobody 2000, Groundworks Entertainment, Detroit, BC, Pugilist Shiznit, what's going on with y'all? So he said, man, every time I made the adjustment, he made 2. So what does that tell you? At some point in time, right? He checked out. Beats for Lyrics, what's going on? Volts UK, what's going on? At some point in time, he checked out. When he said to himself, Yusuf Little B1, what's going on? He said to himself, okay, I ain't got nothing for him. So what's the point in me pressing this fight? or leaving myself open or susceptible to being stopped or knocked out. So I'm just going to play this game of chess with him as long as he play it, and we get to the 12th round, and then I can do exactly what I did afterwards. Mikey Garcia made no mention of injuries, illnesses, or nothing. Okay, he made no mention of none of those things. Right. Then comes last 2 weeks ago, right? Who pound for pound number one? Man, DVT gang, what's going on? Muhammad Khalid, what's going on? Right now, I say Canelo Alvarez. Two birds, one stone. What's going on? But the same way I could say Canelo Alvarez, I could say Terence Crawford. I don't think there's a definitive pound for pound number one. Free smoke, what's going on? And I think that these guys, I think that Canelo Alvarez could have done that by simply fighting David Benavidez, and he didn't. Right? He's going to chase another weight class, another fight in another weight class. He could have completely closed the door and solidified himself as number one. Fight David Benavidez, completely clean out the division. There's no question marks. There's nothing. Because here's what Terence Crawford is going to do. I'm telling you now, if Terence Crawford fights, he's going to beat Keith Thurman. This is no slight to Keith Thurman. Terence Crawford is going to beat Keith Thurman. Okay? If Terence Crawford fights Errol Spence at the end of the year, and let's say Errol Spence is able to get the Yordenis Ugas fight, and he beats Yordenis Ugas. Jerry Acosta, what's going on? Lord Sweat Real, what's going on? He beats Yordenis Ugas. And they fight for undisputed, and he beats Errol Spence. Well, it's over. He closes the door on Canelo. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? And he has Jimmy Mendy, what's going on? Canelo has nobody to point his finger at but himself. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the building in the super chat. Happy holidays, Blue. Salute to you and your family. Salute to Kurt. Hey, Blue, the ball is in Bud Court now. It's 50-50 split. I don't care what the numbers say. No, it's not 50-50 split. Not at all. Now, the S. Money, what's going on? And Terence Crawford has admitted the fool, what's going on? Terence Crawford, Brooklyn Kennedy, he's admitted that those low pay-per-view numbers and the way he's been handled outside the ring and in the ring, outside the ring mainly, has hurt him at the negotiation table. He's admitting of that. So that lets you know everything you need to know. Grail Sabetti, what's going on? Brooklyn Kennedy, brother, back in the super chat. Errol Spence Jr. looked like he felt some type of way when Bud stopped Sean Porter. I know you seen how EJ looked. Blue, LOL. Yeah, I got the video, right? And it's not that, Cortez Bowles, what's going on? It's not that he felt the certain Eugene Aaron III, Jay Singleton, what's going on? Chris Little One Taylor, what's going on? It's not that he felt a certain kind of way. As Errol Spence said, he thought that his father stopped it too early. Marvin Romero, what's going on? He thought it was stopped too early. You understand? James Tom 69, what's going on? As many people in the building did. Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? The entire building, most of the people in the building was like, man, why you stop the fight? President Jafar, what's going on? Even Sean Porter was like, why you stop the fight? It was puzzling when you stopped the fight in the arena, especially in the arena. Now, I don't know how it looked on TV, but in the arena, James Tom 69, what's going on? In the arena, everybody was puzzled and confused and like, why you stop the fight? Wolf Trey, what's going on? So, Kinetic, what's going on? I don't know if he was feeling like salty or anything. Wolf Trey, what's going on? I think he was disappointed. Let it play out. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother, back in the super chat, he said his performance though, Blue, I think the world now knows. No, see, that's the thing, right? We already knew who Terence Crawford was. Pat Roy, what's going on? Mark Anderson, what's going on? We already knew who Terence Crawford was. We already knew about his talent. We just wanted to see it on the big stage against the best opposition. See, that's the thing. I see a lot of G Money 718. What's going on? I see a lot of people. They say, well, now Terence Crawford. Now you can't. No, we already knew this. We just wanted to see him against better opposition. King Vonnie 86. What's going on? Chaz 313. What's going on? We already knew he has this talent. We already knew he's light years above B-level fighters. That's why we don't want to see him fight B-level fighters. Because we already know the same situation with Gervonta Tank Davis. We don't want to see him against C and B level fighters because we already know the talent he displays. Now, you may be able to tell some casual fans that this is going to be a competitive fight, right? But we know the outcome. So nobody was surprised at Terence Crawford's performance. Did he make a statement? I think the statement that was made was Terence Crawford letting the world know I do belong here. Not that I'm here, but I do deserve all of the accolades and the praise that I garner. Mark you in 123, my brother super chat. Get my pie and Cowboys getting smashed. I'm satisfied. He said, I got my pie and my Cowboys is. Are they? I got the game on. I just can't. I'm not looking at it. Herbie Johnson, Mamadou Mustafa Bey, what's going on? Walter Tran, what's going on? Brooklyn Kenny, my brother, back in the super chat. Buzz has levels with his performance. He up now. Bud has leverage with his. No, he don't have no leverage. No, he don't have no leverage. No. Gay Moore, what's going on? King Jaffe Joe, what's going on? Jab Jamboree, my brother, Act Reach in the building. Act, drop the link, great brother. He has no leverage. He didn't garner leverage. President Jafar, Burgess Meredith, Cortez Bowles, what's going on? He didn't. Green Holt Dunham, what's going on? He didn't garner any leverage by this victory. Sean Porter already lost to Errol Spence. Mike Cash, what's going on? This was just for the people like me that say, hey, Terence Crawford is pound for pound number one. Well, now Douglas Mora Jr., what's going on? Now my claims are justified. That's all that is. His brand, 135 to 190 pay-per-view buys, that don't cut it. This is still business. I don't care what your last performance was. This is still a business. And you still, when you go to the negotiation table, we ain't talking about your talent in the ring. Rick the Griffin, Brown Squad Inc., what's going on? Boosie 82, what's going on? This is still a business. Ant Jetson, what's going on? Leandre Guthrie Jr., leverage is that Spence has more fear. Fear what? Jay Stevens, Armando Ramirez, what's going on? Jason Williams, what's going on? I don't understand. GB Lifetime, what's going on? My brother Brooklyn Kennedy back in the super chat. Blue, do you think about Sean Porter showing his frustration by pounding the canvas when he got knocked down the second time? See, that's the thing. Jellybean 4280, what's going on? Jason Bell, what's going on? Justin R, what's going on? See, that's the thing. That even more solidifies people to say, man, why he stopped the fight? He clearly wasn't hurt. Clearly. Spinkleton, what's going on? Tay Brown, peace, blessings, Queen 11520 in the building. He clearly wasn't hurt. He let you know. He's doing like this. He's frustrated. He gets up and he's like, he's frustrated because he just know he lost the fight on the scorecards. So if he don't get a Texas Trucker, what's going on? Que pasa, amigo? If he don't get a knockdown or two, he just lost the fight on cards. So thus the reason why when Errol Spence gets up and he's like, oh, man, come on, man. There's still 2 more rounds. Sean Porter buzzed Terence Crawford at least 3 times in the fight. So there's always Ben Israel, what's going on? Shalom. There's always a chance. You understand? Rico Blakely, what's going on? FTW LA, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? There's always a chance when you're in that situation. And so when you're in that situation, right, Sean Porter's not visibly hurt. He's not, like Sean Porter said, he was more hurt against Errol Spence than he was against Terence Crawford. You understand? Darryl Hickenbottom, my brother in the super chat, pay-per-view numbers don't win fights, Blue. Canelo's the only pay-per-view fighter at this point. Errol not a pay-per-view star either. Keith Thurman Jr. Errol is a pay-per-view star for this market. Darryl Hickenbottom. Pay-per-views don't win fights, but it's still a part of the business. So you're talking about, let me debunk this notion, because I see a lot of people love to just dismiss the pay-per-view portion of this. Okay, let me explain this to you. It's still a business, and you're talking about millions upon millions of dollars circling throughout this fight. Okay, it's a business. Mr. Mechanical, what's going on? Bruce Williams, brother in the super chat, dropping that. Duh! On your boy Blue. Salute to my brother Bruce Williams in the super chat, dropping that. Duh! On your boy Blue in the super chat. Okay, so you cannot dismiss the business. This is still a business, and you're talking about millions upon millions of dollars. So that don't go. Yeah, I didn't say it wins fights, but it's a part of the business. Period. Big Dog Willie, what's going on? It's a part of the business, and it's always going to be a part of the business. And so, therefore, when you're talking about fight of this magnitude, he doesn't have leverage. He actually lost leverage because, see, he had a case he could make a case for himself when he didn't have the opponents and say, well, I didn't have the opponents necessary to do the numbers that I needed to do. Right? You had the opposition, you had the opponents to do the big numbers. I didn't. Right? Well, now he stated that he even said that when Errol Spence fought Sean Porter, that Sean Porter was the one that sold the fight, not Errol Spence. Okay? Cinnamon Savage, my brother, what's going on? K-Guard, yeah, what's going on? So that's what he said. He said Sean Porter sold the fight. Leandre Guthrie Jr. said just another excuse. Excuse for what? What are you talking about? That sounds silly. Stop saying that. You know it's a business. What are you talking about? That's another excuse. There's no excuse. If it's an excuse, the excuse lies on the part of Terence Crawford. What's wrong with y'all? If there's an excuse, then it would lie on the part of Terence Crawford. Brundy B, what's going on? Because he knows he's not making and not garnering the same amount of attention and numbers that Errol Spence is. So he should be in position to say, I know I'm not doing the numbers he's doing. He's clearly doing the bigger numbers. He's the biggest star outside of the ring. Kashif Dixon, Keyshawn Johnson, what's going on? Then let me take the lower share just to make this happen. And then after I beat him, I become the cash cow. Like Floyd Mayweather did, like many greats did before him. So what are you talking about? If there is any excuse maker, it would be on the part of Terence Crawford. What's wrong? Francine Arcelius, what's going on, great brother? Mo A, what's going on? Akondo Sammy Hassan, what's going on? Gary Sauce, what's going on? Y'all confuse me. I don't understand what you're talking about. Red Hook Brooklyn, what's going on? Crawford PBC Fishing, what's going on? This is not rocket science. If Floyd Mayweather didn't take the fight, Jay North Philly, what's going on? DML Plus Designs, what's going on? If Floyd Mayweather didn't take the fight with Oscar De La Hoya and take the lesser split, then Oscar De La Hoya would have said, well, you know what it is. I'm the cash cow here. I'm the big fish here. I don't care how many. Oscar De La Hoya had multiple losses. He had been knocked out already. Floyd Mayweather took a 70-30 split, and he was considered a pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. What are you talking about? Because Oscar De La Hoya was the bigger pay-per-view draw. He got the bigger share of the pie. Plain and simple. So if Floyd Mayweather didn't take the split, then that was on him. Because Floyd Mayweather understood who the bigger star was. What are you talking about? Brooklyn Kenny, my brother in Super Chat, people now look at Bud is significantly better than Errol Spence Jr. That's why Bud has leverage. Now people will start to not care about who EJ fights until he fights Bud. And the thing, this is vice versa for Terence Crawford, people. It's going to be vice versa for Terence Crawford. They ain't going to care who he's fighting. They're going to want to see him fight Errol Spence Jr. Just like when we had the situation with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Shamar Rasham Shalom, what's going on? Goody the Great, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute to my brother Goody the Great, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute to you, great brother. He said, Bluebird Sports, what's good with you? Salute to you and the family for the holidays. I wipe my feet before I come into your home. What about the this fight, Boots, Ennis, and Keith Thurman? Oops, I mean one-time Thurman. Keith sometime Thurman. See, the thing is about Keith Thurman and Boots Ennis, he's not going to give Boots Ennis the opportunity because he don't have to. Jerron Boots Ennis is a upcoming rising star. And, that fight should happen. Still mobbing 8. What's going on? Right? It should happen. Right? But Keith Thurman is seeking something that Boots just doesn't have. He can't make big money fighting Boots. Well, he can make big money. Let me not say that. He can make big money fighting Boots. But at this point in time, we're still cleaning out yesterday era. You understand? We still cleaning out yesterday era, and Boots is the next era. So they ain't gonna give him the opportunity. But if they did fight, Boots would stop Keith Thurman. Ashton H, brother in Super Chat, he said, facts. Salute to you, great brother. Omar Reed, what's going on? I mean, this is just not that hard, people. It's not that hard. You're making it more hard because you're emotionally tied into it and you're not speaking from truth. Larry Even Smith, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute, Blue. I think Thurman all cap, but I see Errol Bud coming to fruition now that Bob's out of the picture. Oh, Terence Crawford is going to get all these fights. He's going to get it. Barry Connor, what's going on? He's going to get all these fights. Craig Walton, what's going on? Nah, Twiz West Philly. No, he ain't. Leandre Guthrie Jr. is not a casual. He's been here before. He's been here for a very long time, right? He ain't no casual. He knows exactly. He's just speaking from a place of emotion, point blank and period. And so when you start to do that, you start to say anything. That's what it boils down to. Straight gay Trey, what's going on? That's all it boils down to. This is called, it's still a business, contingent regime boxing. What's going on? And we know this. B-Rail 87, what's going on? And we know this all too well. Picasso, what's going on? So let's not act like Floyd Mayweather was a mega star. Manny Pacquiao was a global star. Did Manny Pacquiao get the same money Floyd Mayweather got because Manny Pacquiao was a global star too? Eric, what's going on? Did he? Of course not. You know why? Because he's not the drawing power. He's not the sell that Floyd Mayweather was. Floyd Mayweather wasn't the draw and the sell that Oscar De La Hoya was. We know this. Canelo Alvarez is not the draw that Floyd Mayweather was. Are you going to tell everybody that they're going to get the same money Canelo going to get? Of course not. Machiavelli Mafia, brother in Super Chat. He said, in all fairness, Blue, how long ago was the 60-40 proposed? Bud could have changed his stance because he's calling for Spence now as well. The thing is this, right? Terence Crawford just admitted on Shaw and Porter's Porterway podcast. He just admitted on there that he has not been promoted white. He knows the fight didn't sell. I don't care what the reason being. I don't care why you point to, well, I ain't do this because of this. I ain't do it because I don't care about none of that. The fact is, you didn't do it. The fact is, Errol Spence did it. That's a business decision. That's what that boils down to. A business decision. I made a better business decision, a better business move than you did. When you saw the writing on the wall from the beginning that they wasn't going to promote you like you needed to be promoted and you wasn't going to secure the fights that you needed to get, then you should have exited stage left and you decided to stay because of your loyalty and your commitment. Cool. But that is on you, not nobody else. And this is still a business. So what are you talking about when you say, oh, that just make Errol another excuse to, what are you talking about excuse? No, it's simple mathematics. You don't go to a job in regular life, in everyday life, and just take what you don't deserve. What are you talking about? Come on, man, please. Easy money, brother in Super Chat. Bud does 50K to 100K more buys if the fight was regularly on pay-per-view than fighting on an app. I don't care. I think that he would have too. But the point is he didn't. Ancestral Rage, what's going on? It sounds good. Like I could say the same thing. I strongly believe that as well. Teron Harris, what's going on? You know how many years ago Floyd Mayweather said Terence Crawford should be a much bigger star than he is right now? And he stayed with Top Rank. Okay, so who is that on? Selma K, what's going on? That means we all Red Hook Brooklyn in the building. What's going on? Floyd DG 05, what's going on? That means we all saw the writing on the wall as well as he did. And just like he stated in the interview with Sean Porter and Terence Crawford, right? I mean, yes, with Sean Porter and Terence Crawford, just like he stated in that interview, right? It didn't just, he said this himself. LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? With Sean Jackson, what's going on? He said this himself. He said, right? He said this himself. He said, Bob Arum, he was asked, I think Bob Arum cost you $75 million at least. I'm glad you got away from him. He said, not only did he cost me $75 million, he cost me money outside the ring. So he's talking about Sean T. What's going on? Lionel Thompson, what's going on? This is not me. This is him. He's saying this. G. Al, my brother, what's going on? Arthur Hawkins, what's going on? He said he cost me money outside the ring. So his brand and marketing outside the ring hurt him. And then he said, I'm fighting on the app. Well, he didn't know he was fighting on the app before he fought on the app. Kenroy Lord, what's going on? Just like we all did. And he should have made a stand at that point in time. Hey, man, what are y'all doing? I understand. He wanted to keep it quiet, move silently, and then get up out of there when he had the chance. Cool. But you resigned there. And when you resign there, you put yourself in position for this to happen. And so now, this is not Errol Spence's fault. Now y'all trying to make his business decisions Errol Spence's fault. No, that's not Errol. You're trying to make his business decisions Errol Spence's problem. It don't work that way. Nick on time, what's going on? It don't work that way. Maya Egypt, peace, blessings, queen. How you doing today? Welcome to the zoo. What's going on? Nicole Birch, what's going on? You trying to make his bad business decisions Errol Spence's problem. No, it don't work that way. Jesus Valdez Carranza, what's going on? No, hold the person accountable for making a bad decision. So let me ask you a question. Give you an example. Kevin Faulkner, what's going on? If you invest, let's say you have $10,000 left to your name, right? And you invest $10,000 in a business and you lose all the $10,000. When your homeowner or when it's time to pay your mortgage or your rent or whatever, can you tell them, well, I made a bad business decision? And they say, oh, okay, well, we'll eat that. Do they say that? Where do they do that at? Henry King, what's going on? Where? Where do they do that at? Can you right now in your everyday life make a bad decision and your bill collectors are okay with you just saying, okay, yeah, well, we'll eat that since you made a bad business decision? Yeah, no problem. Can you call your bill? Can you call your hey, listen, man, I can only give you half from now on now because I ain't got it. Can you do that? Huh? Can you do that? No, you can't. No, you can't. Des Banks, what's going on? So now you're trying to make his bad business decisions Errol Spence's problem. What is wrong with y'all? Gator Flash 123, what's going on? My brother Money Brown TV in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. Money, drop the link. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you too, great brother. You already know. Barry Connor, brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, Barry Connor. Come on, man. Y'all sound silly, man. Barry Connor, brother in the super chat. I think Buzz should try to get Ugas so they can both have 2 belts. Then would the biggest fight in boxing be 50-50 split? What you think, Blue? I would love that, but it's not going to happen. Because your Dana Ugas, we stop mentioning your Dana Ugas. He's completely out the equation. Only way your Dana Ugas fights Errol Spence or Terence Crawford if he don't have a belt. So let's not even mention your Dana Ugas. LeRon Wooden, what's going on? So Jermaine Dunn, what's going on? So don't Alex Jr., what's going on? Don't even mention your Dana Ugas because he's not in the picture. Period. He's in a only way he could fight Errol or Terence is if he don't have a belt, and that's pointless for them to fight him at that point. Brooklyn Kenny, brother in super chat. People only see Errol Spence Jr. barely win against Sean Porter, and Bud stopped Sean Porter. That's the reason why Bud now has all the leverage, boo. Incorrect. Incorrect. I don't know why people keep saying that. Taiwan Gibson, what's going on? Incorrect. He was only winning by 1 point at the time of the stoppage. So how did he clearly and easily beat Sean Porter? He didn't. Errol Spence and Sean Porter was in the same boat as Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Actually, his Terence Crawford team thought he was down on the scorecards going into the 10th round. So how did he clearly beat him? And he knocked him down and got the knockout, the stoppage in 1 round earlier than Errol Spence knocked Sean Porter down. It's the same fight. It was nip and tuck fight. Kenny Porter got on the ropes. Sean Porter was not visibly out on his feet. He wasn't stumbling all over the place. Didn't know where he was at. Jay Lynn, peace of blessing, queen. How you doing today? Happy holidays. He wasn't stumbling all over the place, okay? He wasn't visibly out on his feet and out cold on his back. That was not the case. That's me. What's going on? Okay? He got up on the second knockdown. He pounded the canvas out of frustration. Why? Because he know at that point he lost the fight on the cards. if he didn't get a knockout. And there was only 2 rounds left. And his father, Kenny Porter, said he saw enough. And Sean Porter said he started unraveling because of his frustration. So where do we get this at? That MK GRFX production. What's going on? J Live Forever. What's going on? Now, that's just me personally. I thought Terence Crawford was up a few rounds, right? He started separating himself, but it was a close fight. Just like Terence Crawford and Sean Porter, Errol Spence was in a close fight with Sean Porter. The judges had Terence Crawford only winning. 2 of the 3 judges only had Terence Crawford winning by 1 round, which means that means going into the 9th round, they had it a draw. So he wasn't just walking through Sean Porter. And he visibly got buzzed more than Errol Spence did. And he admitted that as well. So, yes, he got a stoppage, but that didn't give him leverage because Sean Porter wasn't out on his feet. His father, Kenny Porter, just said that he saw enough and threw in the towel because Sean Porter wasn't committed. Deep BG, brother in the super chat. Much love to you. So why are we saying that? Yes, he got the stoppage victory. Did he blow Sean Porter out the water? No, he did not. No, he did not. I thought he was winning the fight. I thought he was separating himself. But when he got the stoppage, let's not act like Sean Porter was out on his feet. No, that's not what happened. He was visibly frustrated that he even got knocked down again. Lil Lamb, brother in the super chat, Errol has 147 fight left in him. He wants Crawford next. I hope. Listen, I'm all for it. Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? I'm all for it. Make it happen. Brooklyn Kennedy, brother, back in the super chat. People only look at ramifications. They see Bud closing. So here's the thing. Styles make fights. Chick Cicerelli, happy holidays. Styles make fights. Terence Crawford, Haroon Reed, what's going on? Terence Crawford is a closer. Yes. Manny Pacquiao, let me ask you a question. Big George 850, Orlando Garcia, what's going on? Quano Bonds, what's going on? Let me ask y'all a question. Manny Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton in 3 rounds. Did that give him leverage with Floyd Mayweather negotiation because Floyd Mayweather went 10 rounds with Ricky Hatton? Oh, no, he knocked Ricky Hatton out in 2 rounds, right? Array the Scholar, what's going on? Lewis Murdoch, what's going on? So did that give him leverage in negotiating with Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather went 10 rounds? Did that give Manny Pacquiao leverage because he stopped Miguel Cotto and Floyd Mayweather arguably struggled with Miguel Cotto, one of the toughest fights of his career? Did that give Manny Pacquiao leverage going into the negotiations? Yes or no? Did it? And please, don't come here and tell me, well, Errol ain't Floyd. Okay, neither one of them. Errol ain't Floyd and Terence Crawford ain't Manny. I'm talking about the comparison. So they're both levels below both of them, right? Terence is a level below Manny. Errol is a level below Floyd. So now they're on the even playing field, just like Floyd and Manny was on the even playing field with their global superstardom. And some would make a case that Manny Pacquiao has 2 countries behind him because the U.S. was behind him and so was the Philippines. Everybody wanted to see Floyd lose to Manny Pacquiao. Everybody. So those wins, he stopped Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather didn't stop him. He struggled with him, according to everybody. He stopped Ricky Hatton. Floyd Mayweather didn't stop Ricky Hatton until the 10th round. He did it in 2. He stopped Miguel Cotto. Floyd Mayweather went all 12 rounds and struggled with Miguel Cotto. Did that give Manny Pacquiao leverage in negotiations? Of course not. Because the bigger brand, regardless of how you performed in the ring against a similar opposition, don't mean that your brand, when we go to this table, deserves more of a share of the pie. Deep BG, brother in super chat. Stop the cat, Blue. You could have been the first one to say Crawford was ducking had he pulled out the fight because it was on an app. Huh? Boots versus Ortiz, brother. Boots beats Ortiz. Why would I cap? Sounds silly, man. Leandre Guthrie, brother Leandre Guthrie Jr., brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, I don't see Bud losing at 147. I know you're a Spence fan, Blue. No, please don't say that. Don't tell me I'm a Spence fan. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. I've been a fan of the sport of boxing before Errol Spence was even born. Don't tell me I'm an Errol Spence fan. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing, and this is my job. I'm a fan of Terence Crawford. I even said that Terence Crawford would beat Errol Spence. I just recently said that I think Errol Spence would beat Terence Crawford because of the level of opposition. So what are you talking about? So when people say that, trying to downplay, no, the facts is the facts. I deal with facts over feelings. I don't care about all that other stuff. So don't come here talking about I'm an Errol Spence fan. Yeah, I'm an Errol Spence fan. I'm also a Terence Crawford fan. I ain't never picked against Terence Crawford. And I said this is a 50-50 fight. So please don't tell me I'm an Errol Spence fan. That's why I'm explaining what I'm explaining. No, I'm explaining facts over feelings. I don't deal in feelings. I deal in facts. So salute to my brother Leandre Guthrie in super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. But don't place that jacket on me. Yeah, I'm an Errol Spence fan. That don't mean I'm saying what I'm saying because I'm an Errol Spence fan. No, I'm saying what I'm saying because it's the facts. It's the truth. And so you say, I do know that Spence is a way bigger draw. So there stops there. If you know Errol Spence is a way bigger draw, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to explain. If you know Errol Spence is a way bigger draw, then why you even continue saying anything else? I just think that Bud is that good. Sean was going to be out on his back. Happy Thanksgiving, Blue. I appreciate you, great brother. Happy holidays to you too as well. And you know it's all love, but you're going to get this work. So here's the thing, right? I personally thought that another knockdown was going to occur because I think that Sean Porter was leaving himself wide open, but he wasn't knocked out on his feet. He wasn't out cold, none of that. Okay, he was just getting hit clean, and he was still hitting clean. He was still very active. He was still very aware. He was still very cognizant. He was not. He didn't know where he was at, knocked out on his feet. That wasn't the case. But I do think Terence Crawford was winning the fight. Actually, I had Terence Crawford up 2 to 3 rounds at that point. I thought he was winning the fight. But if we talk about reality is that the judges, the people that count, ringside, they had it only up by 1 round. Terence Crawford. Andre Ward thought Terence Crawford was losing, and so did Timothy Bradley. So, I mean, the judges saw him losing. Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward thought he was losing. So why are we talking about he just went in there and whitewashed Sean Porter? That didn't happen. So, and if you say that he's a much bigger star, then why are you trying to make a case for Errol Spence to take less? How does that work? So why would you tell Errol, if you know Errol Spence is the much bigger draw, okay? He's been fighting this level of opposition his last 4 fights. So why are you telling this man that you know is a much bigger draw that he should take a lesser split to make this fight happen? No, you should be telling the one that made the bad business decision to make the fight happen. Not the man that Errol Spence ain't been making the bad business decisions. It ain't his fault that Bob Arum don't want to pay Terence Crawford. It ain't his fault that Bob Arum don't want to promote Terence Crawford, right? That ain't Errol Spence's problem. When Terence Crawford became a free agent, he had the same options Errol Spence did. He could have left at that point in time and said, I'm not re-signing, I'm going elsewhere. But he re-signed. That's not Errol Spence's problem. When he saw the writing on the wall before re-signing the last time, he could have said, hey, listen, I'm heading elsewhere. I'm going over to be a free agent by myself. I'm going PBC. I'm going somewhere else because I ain't getting the respect and the acknowledgement I deserve over here. But he didn't. So that's Errol Spence's fault? Come on, people. Big Dog Willie, my brother in Super Chat. Bud versus Errol 50-50 rematch winner gets 60-40. That never happens. Salute to my brother Big Dog Willie in the Super Chat. We got to stop with the fantasy negotiations. That's never going to happen. It never. Rolling 60s was going on. It never happened and it never will happen. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother back in the Super Chat. Blue, I got to push back. I'm not saying he was up by a landslide, but I'm saying Bud closes and each Errol Spence Jr. didn't against Danny and Sean Porter. Bud keeps closing, Blue. Oh, for sure. Styles make fights. But again, like I said, Brooklyn Kennedy, Manny Pacquiao is a closer and Floyd Mayweather was not. So what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. Because when they actually got in the ring, Floyd Mayweather still got a bigger share of the pie because he's the bigger brand outside the ring. And Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao handedly. So what does that mean? Nothing. P. Pat, what's going on? It means nothing. Yes, Terence Crawford is a closer. We know this for sure. But what does that mean? That means he's automatically going to beat Errol Spence? No. Does that mean he deserves a bigger share of the pie? No. Nitty G, what's going on? So what are we talking about here? Chick Cicerelli, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Thank you for always making my day my day fun and informative. Happy Thanksgiving to the entire channel. Salute to you, my brother Chick Cicerelli. Appreciate you, great brother. Broken Kennedy, my brother in Super Chat. He said, Blue, you know I love debating you on these topics. It's always love. Oh, for sure. We family. Hey, I'm just passionate about it. Crash Camp 67, what's going on? B Street, what's going on? Y'all know my tone is just passion because I want to see them fight. Steven Jonigan, what's going on? King Third Eye Supreme, what's going on? Las Vegas Leon, what's going on? My tone is just passion. That's all. And we family. Foxy Brown, peace, blessings, Queen. How you doing today? My brother, MREC TV. Happy holidays, King. Salute to my brother, MREC TV. Go subscribe to my brother, MREC TV. Rec, drop the link. Salute to my brother, MREC in the building, man. It's my brother for real right there. Always holding me down, man. Rec, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, bro. And I'm always riding with you. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Salute to my brother MREC TV, man. Always holding me down. Oh man, listen, does so much for my brand and so much for me, man. I can't never even repay you, brother. Only thing I can repay you, MREC, with is loyalty. That's it. And you got that from me. LeVar DeMos, my brother in Super Chat, dropping on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute, Blue, to you in the chat. Your grind is one of a kind. You work while they eat. You grind while they sleep. Thanks for the content and always keeping us informed. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Keep cooking. Salute to my brother LeVar DeMos, dropping that on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Appreciate you. Johnny Q, what's going on? Bless 365. Peace of blessings, Queen. Happy holidays to you. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother, back in the Super Chat. May Fort Floyd Cotto at 154. Pack for them at a catchweight. Mayfort Hatton when he was undefeated. Pac didn't. Mayfort Oscar at 154. Pac didn't context. Yeah, he didn't, but it don't matter. The fact is he closed the show. Nobody remembers all that. All they remember is the outcome. K-Town, what's going on? The outcome is they had neutral opponents. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. See, this is what I'm saying. Remember, y'all dealing with me. So when y'all say these things, keep in mind what you're saying and when you say them. So my brother Brooklyn Kennedy, when you say that, okay. So Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter after he already had 3 losses and 2 draws. And Errol Spence had already beat him. And people thought that Errol Spence took a lot out of him. Errol Spence fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook had a broken eye socket against Triple G. Then Errol Spence broke the other eye socket. Triple G, Kell Brook then moved up to 154. Didn't have a fight in 3.5 years at 147. Came back down to 147 and fought Terence Crawford. So if we're going to talk about the logistics about it, Terence Crawford's biggest wins are against Sean Porter and Kell Brook. The biggest notable wins on his resume. Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Those are 2 guys Errol Spence already beat. And he dropped Sean Porter, and they had a rough, rugged fight that people felt he took a lot out of Sean Porter already. Sean Porter had already been in rough, rugged fights with Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Errol Spence. Okay? Kell Brook was already 2 major eye injuries before going in the fight. So if we're going to do that, then we got to do it all the way. So then that even more eliminates why he should be getting a 50-50 split. I'm trying to tell y'all. John Anderson, brother in the Super Chat. They mad because Earl is a big fish. Destiny Black, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? I was listening to y'all drop that knowledge yesterday. Rico Jack, what's going on? Amo Ramos, what's going on? Geo James, Khalil 98, what's going on? 99 opinions, brother in super chat. Spence brawl with him, Crawford boxed him. That's the difference. Hey, but here's the thing. Let me say this now. Dwayne 2111, what's going on? Let me say this now. Uh, we got to say this. The enterprise and entrepreneurs daily devotion. What's going on? Backyard King 315. What's going on? So we got 513 likes, man. We got 800 people. Come on, man. It's Thanksgiving. I got to ask y'all for the likes on Thanksgiving. I got to tell you to hit the like button on Thanksgiving. Really? Kevin McLean scene. What's going on? We got 800 people here on Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. And I got to say, smash the like button. That's what we got to do this. 99 opinions. My brother in the super chat, he says Spence brawl with him, Crawford boxed him. See, the thing is about that 99 opinions, I'm going to say this. It's not a choice of either one. It wasn't a choice of Terence Crawford. And it wasn't a choice of Errol Spence. It's the choice of Sean Porter. He makes the fight. You fight his fight. Yeah, rolling 60s, Amir Khan versus Kell Brook in February. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Eric Salazar, my brother in super chat. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, great brother. Sal McKay, what's going on? Appreciate you. And he fought Ugas. Thank you, money. I forgot about that. Mike Biggs boxing. What's good, Mike Biggs? Wade Hep 31. What's going on? Maya Egypt. Peace and blessings to you. Sylvester Solomon 2011. What's going on? So if we're going to do that, right? If we're going to play that game, Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in Super J, he said, I think I got you on this one, Blue. No, sir. No, sir. This is landslide on a part of Blue. Ape Tsunami, what's going on? My brother Brooklyn Kennedy, he said, so you agree with me, Blue? People only see, remember. So the thing is this, right? Here's the thing, right? People don't understand. See, you see Terence Crawford. First of all, you're right. They see that, right? But on top of it, we as boxing fans are always prisoners of the moment. Always. We see one guy, we see a fight tonight. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, perfect example. I keep using this because it's the most notable. John Pallett, Fox, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, right? You see Manny Pacquiao fight tonight. Oh, yeah, he could beat Floyd. Then you see Floyd fight tomorrow. Oh, yeah, he'll beat Manny. Right? Then you see Manny Pacquiao fight. Oh, yeah, he'll beat Floyd. Then you see Floyd fight. Oh, yeah, he'll beat Manny. Bama Jeff 79. What's going on? And don't let one of them get a knockout. Oh, man. Ain't no, he going to knock out Floyd. That's how it works. Coach Show Drive Raceball. What's going on? That's how it works. Right? But that don't mean, and this is, I'm not saying this that Errol Spence can't beat Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford can't beat. It's a 50-50 fight. Jeff St. Pierre, what's going on? Brooklyn Kenny, my brother, back in Super Chat. Seriously, on Thanksgiving, he said the like is free, my lord. Yes, yeah, facts, man. Sonny Black, what's going on? The like button is free, man. We could come in, we could debate, we could do this, man. We having fun, man. Come on, man. It's Thanksgiving. I gotta say, smash the. I ain't say it one time. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. Let's work. So my thing is this, right? TBE Lunga Makubu. What's going on? Crawford's Thurman. Yeah, I think so. Tavares Devance. What's going on? Sammy Davis. What's going on? So let me say this again, right? Only Terence Crawford could beat Errol Spence, and only Errol Spence could beat Terence Crawford. JM, what's going on? Outside of Jerron Boots Ennis, Leonardo Mouse, what's going on? Right? I think that Jerron Boots Ennis is in that conversation. I just don't think that we'll see him actually physically in the ring with either guy. Winston McFarlane, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? So Dion Tony, what's going on? John Page, my brother Batman in the building. Next fight at welterweight should be Bud versus Spence, like key fight Ugas, and then where you go? And then let us get undisputed because this Spence Bud need to end, and let's see who the victor is. I agree with you. But you know what? But we know Batman, Brian Van Piper, right? But what's going on? But Batman, we know very well that ain't gonna happen. Hector Rivera, what's going on? That's too much like right, and too much like right don't happen in the sport of boxing. A1 the Beast, what's going on? That's too much like right. And I said this too. Another situation needs to be Terence Crawford fighting Danis Ugas. I mean, Errol Spence fight Ugas in February, and Terence Crawford fighting Keith Thurman next, and then they fight for undisputed. Period. See, and the reason I say that, Shell Bellhawk, what's going on? Bearman Jeff 79, what's going on? And the reason I say that, Warren Jew, what's going on? Let me explain the reason why I say it that way. Because we don't know what Keith Thurman is going to do. And I love Keith Thurman, official line stepper, what's going on? But let's say Keith Thurman beats Ugas and Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. Well, we might not ever see Keith Thurman fight the winner of that fight. Moral Moss, my brother, what's going on? You might not ever see Keith Thurman fight the winner of that fight. Loving Down Gaither, what's going on? He might start doing the same thing he did when he had the belts before. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? That's what I'm saying, Loving Down Gaither. Jose Garcia, what's going on? Rico Jack, what's going on? Keith Thurman beats Ugas. Now he's the belt holder. Can you guarantee us that he's going to fight the winner? He might go on another hiatus. We got 800 people here, man. It's Thanksgiving. We got 800 people. We should have 800 likes. Smash at least. Jonathan Hill, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Peace, Blue. Bud and Errol are way different fights than casual realize. Errol's style fares badly for Bud in a lot of ways. Bud is amazing and can hold his own, but styles make fights. Real fans know exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. His technical prowess is going to give Terence Crawford issues. Naughty Crash, E. King, what's going on? The fact that he's technically sound, he's disciplined. His approach, his punches are straight. Gary Lynch Jr., what's going on? His punches are straight. That's going to give Terence Crawford a problem. His jab is going to give Terence Crawford a problem. Just like Kell Brook jab was giving Terence Crawford a problem. Box fans, what's going on? Antone Martin, what's going on? Stephen Jonigan, what's going on? But the best part about it is Terence Crawford can make the adjustments. Pound for pound king, what's going on? Terence Crawford has Dre Finest, what's going on? He has the ability to make the adjustments to then offset Errol Spence. That's what makes it the best fight in boxing. Why, you say? Because his extremely long arms, his power in both hands, and the fact that Terence Crawford has these special looping punches, hooks, right? Errol Spence, he's in the southpaw stance. Keyshawn Johnson, what's going on? Errol Spence in the southpaw stance. Errol Spence will jump straight back. And when he jumps straight back, he does like this. When he does like this, he's blinding his sight. He can see you straight, but he can't see the punches coming here. That's Terence Crawford's specialty. The punches coming around here. Right? And he has extremely, extremely long arms. So Terence Crawford can hit him here. So when he jumps back against Terence Crawford, extremely long arms, serious business, what's going on, allows Terence Crawford to get around that high guard. And when he jumps back, Kell Brook has short arms. Galvatron, what's going on? Kell Brook couldn't touch him. He jumps like this. Terence Crawford still can touch him. He's still in his range. You understand? There's never a position unless he's way out of range. Terence Crawford can always touch him. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes it so interesting. The Followers podcast, brother in Super Chat, and also Terence Crawford versus Spence for Undisputed is way bigger fight for boxing. I agree. I say the same things all the time. I agree with you 1,000%. I would love to see the biggest fight in the sport of boxing for all the marbles. I mean, you can't ask for nothing better. The biggest fight in boxing, see what's going on? For all the marbles, Rich One Day, what's going on? Man, that speaks volumes to me. Priority Mail TV, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. It may be a 50-50 fight, but that doesn't mean it's a 50-50 split. Splits are based on revenue generated. In that regard, Spence has Crawford beat by a lot. Look at the pay-per-view numbers. They don't lie. Thank you, great brother. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. So when people come in talking about, hey, man, the thing is, that gives Errol Spence another reason to, come on, what are you talking about, man? Be realistic. And hold the people accountable that need to be held accountable. Stop making up stories, man, just based off a pure emotion. You know this man is a much bigger draw, And you know that he's doing bigger numbers. We're not making this up. Nobody's making this up. He's just doing the bigger numbers. Period. Combined, he did. You say 100. They said 100. I'm gonna say 190. He did 190,000 pay-per-views. He did 210 combining his other two. So he did what is that? 400,000 pay-per-view buys in 3 fights. Errol Spence and Sean Porter did 325,000 in 1 fight. And you including Sean Porter in one of those 3 fights that Terence Crawford had. Sean Porter and Errol Spence alone, that fight alone did 325,000 pay-per-view buys. I mean, this is not hard to understand. It's just not. Rashawn Pittman, my brother in the super chat, he says, salute, my boy. Salute to you, great brother. Happy holidays to you. Appreciate you. God Soldier 99, what's going on? Jonathan Hill, brother, back in the super chat. Errol can take a punch. He's not going to down without a vicious exchange first. Crawford is never challenged with clean punches yet. We will see. LOL. I agree. So my thing is this, J. No Philly Black, what's going on? My thing is this, right? Is that they are both molasses media. What's going on? They've yet to see anything like each other. You understand what I'm saying? Mayweather POV, brother in the super chat. Much love to you. Right? C. Anthony, what's going on? C. Anthony, 325 versus 190 is not hard to exactly. Klotz, what's going on? Tony Smart, what's going on? It's just not. Darryl Hickenbottom, brother in the super chat. Spence nowhere near De La Hoya level. Who said he was? Serious business, what's going on? Who said he was? Who said he was? I don't understand. What's the comparison? Mark Phelan, what's going on? What's the comparison? What's the comparison? Who said he was? What are we talking about here? Spence is not on Manny Pac is Terence De La Hoya level, and we know Terence Crawford ain't on Floyd Mayweather level. I was just talking about the business part, the example, right? They're on a higher level than both, but on that level, they're on the level of each other. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are on the same level, and at that time, Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya on the same level, right? So I'm giving you an example. I'm not saying that these two are on their level. I'm giving an example on that level. Okay, it's not hard. This is not hard. On that level, Floyd Mayweather was considered the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world before they fought. He already was a pay-per-view star. Not a pay-per-view superstar, but a pay-per-view star. Oscar De La Hoya was the pay-per-view superstar. So he already been knocked out, Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather obviously never lost. Oscar De La Hoya had multiple losses. He lost to Trinidad, he lost to Mosley twice, and he lost to Bernard Hopkins going into the fight. Floyd Mayweather had never lost, obviously, because he still didn't even lose when he retired, right? So Floyd Mayweather, it wasn't even close, the split. He took a 70-30 split, not a 60-40. A 70-30 split. And then he fought at the weight class Oscar De La Hoya wanted. He never fought at that weight class either. So he gave all the reins to Oscar De La Hoya. He even let Oscar De La Hoya choose his gloves that he wore in the fight. He let Oscar De La Hoya choose the ring size that he wore in the fought in. He let Oscar De La Hoya choose the weight that they fought in. He let Oscar De La Hoya get a 70-30 split in his favor because he said, after I win, I'm going to be the man. And he understood that Oscar De La Hoya brand was bigger than his outside the ring. And look what that look what in return he got. It turned him into the biggest draw in the history of the sport of boxing. He then became a billionaire, and he elapsed Oscar De La Hoya fight, which turned out to be the biggest fight. So Oscar, I want y'all to understand this. Oscar De La Hoya got a 70-30 split, and at the time, was the biggest fight in the history of the sport of boxing. This fight ain't the biggest fight in the history of the sport of boxing. Jose Vasquez, what's going on? Floyd Mayweather gave Oscar De La Hoya a 70-30 split in the biggest fight in the history of the sport of boxing. And he let Oscar De La Hoya choose everything going into it. So what are we talking about here? Eric Adams, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Keith Thurman needs 2 tune-up fights before Terence Crawford. Some possible fighters include Jesse Vargas, Victor Ortiz, Andre Berto, maybe Devin Alexander. Just saying. Yeah, Victor Ortiz, didn't he lose his fight? Didn't he lose his last fight? I like the Jesse Vargas fight. Victor Ortiz lost. Andre Berto, yeah. Priority Male TV, brother in super chat. It's okay to like a fighter, but it's okay to deny reality. But it's not okay to deny reality. The business is where the separation is. Pay-per-view numbers don't lie. Thank you. Thank you. And so my thing is this, right? The point being is this, is that, again, let me say this again. We are trying to, right? We are trying to, Fiend 510, what's going on? We are trying to make Errol Spence. This is what we're trying to do. You're trying to make Errol Spence pay for Terence Crawford's bad business decisions. I'm gonna say it again. You're trying to hold Errol Spence accountable for Terence Crawford's bad business decision. Alfonso Corsi, what's going on? That's what we're trying to do. Where's that okay? That's what you're trying to do. Well, Errol, because Terence Crawford saw the writing on the wall before he resigned, and he resigned. Because he was trying to get the Manny Pacquiao fight for the better part of 5 years and couldn't get it. Even when Pacquiao was signed to the same company he was signed to. So when we saying stuff like, well, Errol should just go take a 50, why would he? What are you talking about? Jesus Puchado, brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Tell them, Blue, tell them these facts. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's just not that hard. I want to see the fight just like everybody else. I think Terence Crawford has just as much chance to win the fight, just as much as everybody else. It's the biggest fight in boxing. But let's be realistic. That's all. Gino James, what's going on? So when people come here talking about, man, that's just a reason for Errol to avoid the fight. What? Fisco 1, brother in super chat. Yo, Blue, I'm going off topic here, but I've been curious. Do you think a prime Sergio Martinez would have beat Triple G or Canelo at once? Absolutely. He would beat both of them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Southpaw, power, and athletic. He is the epitome of a bad matchup for them. What's going on, baby boy? My son John Arsenagas in the building. What's up, baby boy? Right? So he's the epitome of a bad matchup for them. Christopher Smith, brother in super chat. You seen Buzz interview on Porter Podcast? # pay-per-view app. Yeah. I saw exactly what you said. And I agree with everything he says. Terence Crawford is let me say this again. He's 1000% correct in that app hurting his pay-per-view numbers. He's 1000%, but he's also okay, baby boy. See you in a second. Lonely Red Wolf, what's going on? He's 1000% correct. Cam Estrada, what's going on? M Mills, what's going on? But again, what does that have to do with Errol Spence? What does that have to do with Errol Spence? Because Bob Arum, JoJo Ghost, what's going on? Because Bob Arum didn't want to promote you correctly. I'm supposed to pay for Bob Arum not doing it? Huh? When do they do that at? What are we talking about? Established 94, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bud is older though. He doesn't have time to make the massive money run Floyd did. So it's hard for Bud to give up the splits. He already 34. He's already 34. Floyd made up for the 70-30 split. Bud likely won't. Agreed. But again, I agree. But again, whose fault is that? Scott Gonzalez, what's going on? Canelo will not break Sergio Martinez down. Please stop. Please stop. Here we go with the emotion again. Here we go with the emotion again. Right. So I agree. Yeah. I agree with everything. That I agree with everything Terence Crawford is saying. My thing is the writing was on the wall, just like he said. He saw the writing. He knew the right. He said every time Bob Arum made mention of anything, right, like that, I laughed at it because I knew I was doing the bigger draw, so on and so forth. And I agree. But again, he sat you on the shelf, and he did that to your career. Not Errol Spence. Sames Billy, what's going on? OG Eric in St. Louis, my brother. Isidro Bermudez, what's going on? The Follows the Podcast, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Crawford can win the fight, can win that fight. I think he can separate himself in the later rounds with his stamina. Put pride aside, give Spence the biggest split and prove yourself in the ring. Floyd did it with Oscar, so why can't Floyd? Exactly. That's my point. Stephen Taylor, what's going on? That's my point. That's my point. Sergio Martinez too big, too quick, too agile, with too much power, and a southpaw for both Triple G and Canelo. So that's my point. It's nothing. The point is, at the end of the day, here's the point: is that the proof is here. This guy's the biggest star of the ring. That's it. The talent is the same in the ring. The brand is not the same outside the ring. So here, okay, 60-40, I got to take it. Whatever. Rashawn Pittman, what's going on? ADT, what's going on? But this is amazing. It amazes me that you can see the difference in the brand, but yet you got people sitting here trying to act like it's Errol Spence's fault. See, this is the same thing that y'all did with Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather was telling Manny Pacquiao that he had to take the test, and people were sitting here talking about, oh, well, Floyd just avoiding him. Floyd just making up excuses. What? And here's the thing. Terence Crawford took a less split to fight Amir Khan. Jimmy Bernard, what's going on? Sweet Science Examiner, what's going on? According to Bob Arum, who told me, now I don't know, maybe did, maybe didn't. This is what Bob Arum told me, that Terence Crawford took a lesser split against Amir Khan. So why you can't take a less split against Errol Spence in a bigger fight? Blade the sharpest, what's going on? But y'all say it's Errol Spence, though. I'm confused. Too Stiff Rich, what's going on? Goody the Great, brother in Super Chat. Blue Blood, do you think a prime Roy Jones would beat Triple G or Canelo? Roy in his prime was a bad. Oh, man, he would. Yeah, he would win both of those fights. Oh, yeah. Oh, it wouldn't even be close. Not even close. Too Stiff Rich, what's going on? Goody the Great, it wouldn't even be close, brother. Won't even be close. Well, so he took a lesser split to fight Amir Khan. So why he can't take it to fight Errol Spence? Who was Amir Khan and what has he done at that point in time? Was he even relevant? No. Teron Harris says Spence is not a bigger star. The Followers podcast, my brother in Super Chat, I disagree. Crawford has been hit flush. The man can take a punch, and his resume is underrated in my opinion. Yeah, Terence Crawford been hit flush. And, people just like with Terence Crawford, you see him buzzed a few times, and all of a sudden he ain't got no chin. Teron Harris said all he has is us. Really? Last time I checked, Teron Harris, the last time I checked, he did 350,000 pay-per-view buys with Mikey Garcia. There's not 350,000 people here right now. So how does he all he has is us? Please explain that, Teron Harris. Where? How do you come up with this stuff? Andrew 100, what's going on? Do I think Sugar Ray Robinson? Come on, man. Don't put Sugar Ray Robinson in conversation. Where did they come up with this stuff? Yeah, Foxy Brown. I don't. It baffles me. How do people say this? And Porter made more money with Bud. Let's say that was the case. What point are you trying to make? You just said all he has is us. This dude just sold out Cowboy Stadium. He just did 325,000 pay-per-views with Danny Garcia. He sold out Cowboy Stadium. What are you talking about? I don't live there. I live in New York. I got Joe Kawasaki, Cinnamon Savage. So why are you talking? Alice, a.k.a. Tags, what's going on? Destiny Black said, Destiny Black, the Queen said, Spence fight against Danny Garcia pay-per-views weren't exactly stellar. I'm glad you said that. You're right. But it still was more than both of Terence Crawford's. Terence Crawford fought Amir Khan and Victor Poster and did 210,000 pay-per-views. And like you said, Errol Spence pay-per-views wasn't stellar, but it did 315,000. That's 100. I'm no genius, but that's 105,000 more pay-per-views than two of Terence Crawford's fights with one of Errol Spence's non-stellar fight. So who's the biggest star? T. Scott, what's going on? The live gate for Spence was Danny only did. He did the biggest live gate in 2020. He did a bigger live gate, and then Canelo Alvarez and Gervonta Tank Davis in 2020. The biggest live gate. He was number one in live gate over Canelo Alvarez and Gervonta Tank Davis. They came in at 2 and 3. Canelo came in at 2. Gervonta came in 3. He did the biggest grossing gate than everybody in 2020. See page 412 gaming. What's going on? 504 top level. What's going on? Babyface Nelson 402. What's going on? That's a fact. Pool Counter Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother Pool Counter Boxing. He did the biggest live gate in 2020. Bud does business, then Spence. Bud don't fight for consignment. Okay. King Judah, what's going on? Jay Smith, what's going on? Crawford stopped Spence in 8. Justin Clemens, what's going on? I don't know what it is, Justin Clemens. I have no clue. Nina Delacio, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Phyllis Trinidad would have all these cats at 147. I don't know about that. Moses King, what's going on? I think Terence Crawford beats Phyllis Tito Trinidad. Ricardo Miranda, what's going on? Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fight pay-per-view buys was 250K. I agree his numbers are better than Bud's. No, it was 315,000. Cornelius Burnett, what's going on? Danny Garcia and Errol Spence did 315,000 pay-per-views. And let's say it did 250. Let's just say that 250. That's still one fight compared to two of Terence Crawford's fights, and it still would be 40,000 more pay-per-view buys, even if it was at 250. So one of his fights at 250,000, right? One of his fights, I know it's 315, but okay, let's just go by your method. 250. At 250,000, one fight is more than 210 last time I checked, and that's two fights. I don't care about it being a pay-per-view star. He's a bigger draw. One is bigger than the other. Period. What are you talking about? He's a pay-per-view star. Who cares? One is bigger than the other. So if he's not a pay-per-view star, then what is Terence Crawford? Sherman Bray, my brother, what's going on? Where you been at? If Errol Spence, that one fight did more than two of Terence Crawford's fights, did more numbers, and he's not a pay-per-view star, then what is Terence Crawford? And then why are you even trying to make a case for a 50-50? No, Teron Harris, they're not both bad. Neither one of them are bad. MZ Talks Boxing, what's going on? Neither one of their numbers are bad. It's today's climate. Terence Crawford numbers are not bad. It's today's climate. You know how many people probably streamed Terence Crawford and Sean Porter? You know how many people streamed Errol Spence and Danny Garcia? You know how many people streamed Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury? Over 15 million people they found streamed Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. So how could they be a pay-per-view star when you have that taking place? ABM, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to you too. How could they be a pay-per-view star if that's the case? You said Mike came back and did $1 million. Okay, let's say Mike did $1 million. So that means Mike could have did $3 million. Mike Tyson is a much bigger star than they are. So he should have done far more than $1 million. Floyd Mayweather did $1 million. He should have did far more than $1 million. But because of the climate, it doesn't allow them to do it. Period. John Wayne, what's going on? Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. I'm laughing at how Keith Thurman called out Bud not too long ago, but now after Bud stopped Porter, now he need 8 months. Too funny. Yeah, and Terence Crawford, Mr. Miyagi, West Baltimore, what's going on? Terence Crawford said, why we need 8 months? 8 months. And Destiny Black, she said Money Man is the only pay-per-view star. And he did a million pay-per-views. He didn't even get over 1 million pay-per-views. Again, it's because people learn to stream the fights. It's unfair to the fighters. All things equal, Errol Spence is still a bigger draw. Period. That's just what it is. It's unfair to them, the boxers. People just get it, man. I'm gonna watch it here. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and it takes away. It hurts the boxers. It just does. Destiny Black said the Queen said all facts, Blue. Right. It just hurts them. C Wood, what's going on? But Porter his biggest pay with Bud. Period. Let me ask you a question, Teron Harris. Even after the fight, Terence Crawford stated he didn't even want to fight Sean Porter. He didn't want the fight. WBO ordered it. Sean Porter, you say, got his biggest payday. Okay. On paper. I don't understand. Let me explain this again. Joseph Fuller, what's going on? Tobias Nance, what's going on? You do know and understand that Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, they took the PBC to court. Why? Because they were claiming that the numbers that they were putting on paper wasn't actually the numbers that they were receiving in their purse. Assuming, right? Trying to say that, they're saying they get $3 million, but they're actually getting paid more than that, right? And so that was a problem. So they said that because they're doing that, they're taking all the talent, they're taking all the fighters, and so they took PBC to court. You do know that, right? And so DOG 215, my brother, happy holidays. So you do understand that with those numbers that you see, right, could possibly not be the numbers that you actually know. Make sense? I'm just saying. Get the likes up to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Eric Salazar, my brother, what's going on? Justin Booker, what's going on? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know what's true and what's not. Allegedly. Priority Mail TV, brother in the super chat. He says simple math. Errol Spence Jr. versus Porter, 350K pay-per-views. Bud versus Porter, 190 pay-per-views. You can't deny the facts. Even when they fight the same opponent. Shaking my head. Facts. It just is what it is. Smash that like button. Get the likes up to 1.1K. Eric 415, what's going on? Colin Moore, what's going on? Alexander Polik, what's going on? Again, you know why? Because Albert Doherty, what's going on? Because we deal in emotion. That's why. You can't separate Gator Flash 123, Bradley Carroll, what's going on? We have a hard time separating the facts from the feelings, period. That's what we have a hard time doing. Separating the facts from the feelings. Chris, my brother, happy holiday. So because you want to see this fight, as I do, I want to see it just as bad as you guys. Just as bad, right? Says the Scroll 99. What's going on? Teron Harris said, I know all the facts. If you know all the facts, then why are you making a case that if you know all the facts, then you know Errol Spence is a bigger star, right? Too Savage, what's going on? And so you know his brand is bigger. He's a bigger draw. Then why are you making a case that it should be 50-50? Whether they do that in any level of business. Nazaro Watkins, Jafari Caesar, what's going on? Do they do that in any level of business anywhere? Oh, brother, this brother. Teron Harris, I'm done talking to you, man. I'm done. I can't even talk to you no more. Mark West, what's going on? I can't acknowledge you and I can't talk to you no more. That's silly, man. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. EJ did 350K, but he didn't have to go through the app. So who's to say what Bud would have done if he did those numbers if he wasn't on pay-per-view only? Right. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Who's to say Manny Pacquiao wouldn't have been a bigger star if he didn't get knocked out twice early in his career? Who's to say Manny Pacquiao wouldn't have been a bigger draw if he didn't lose to Eric Morales? Side Hydro, what's going on? Who's to say Floyd Mayweather might have lost if he didn't retire twice? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That's Errol Spence's fault? Everything you need, 7714, brother in Super Chat. Bud was on ESPN app, though. That's not the same as pay-per-view. Crawford and Spence need each other if they want to claim greatness in the welterweight class. Now, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off. I'm going to say this, then I'm going to get off. Boy, sometimes y'all give me a headache, man. I'm going to say this, then I'm going to get off. Did Terence Crawford fight 2 other times before this fight? Yes or no? Did Terence Crawford fight 2 other times before this fight? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. Bobo, my brother, what's going on? Get the likes up to 1.1K. Right? Hard body J Timo, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue, been listening, just checking in, getting my cardio out the way. World Championship is next Friday. Oh man, blessings to you. I know you're gonna have that trophy on deck. As soon as you get that trophy on deck, you gotta come on the show. Davis Crawley, what's going on? Cully, what's going on? Sinstron TV, what's going on? So hard body, salute to my brother Hard Body J Timo. Go follow my brother Hard Body J Timo on Instagram at Hard Body J Timo. He got a show coming up, championship show coming up next week that I know for sure he's gonna win. Then he'll be on the show with that trophy talking about it. Salute to my brother. Go follow him on Instagram right now, Hard Body J Timo. Go support my brother and show him as much love as possible, and let's give him as much support as possible and push my brother to get this other trophy because I know you're gonna get it. Salute to you. He grinding right now on Thanksgiving, preparing for it. That's commitment. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in super chat. I was just making a point to the last person compared to Spence pay-per-view sales, but to Bud 1K. Yeah, I know. So now listen to this, right? Check it out, Jeffrey Brooks. Now, I want y'all to check this out. J. Wayne Citizen, my brother in the super chat. Everybody trying to make these excuses about the ESPN app. I bet millions figured out how to illegally stream that fight, though. For sure. But no. So I see people saying that, oh, they're using the app as a reason that the fight wasn't a success. Right? Right? But I say this, Omar Brown, what's going on? Did he fight 2 times before this pay-per-view fight? You say yeah. Was those fights on the ESPN app? I'll wait. Smash the like button, get the likes to 1.1K. He fought twice, not on ESPN app. And he actually fought on ESPN, which is the worldwide leader in sports, the biggest sporting platform in the world. The biggest sporting platform in the world. Right? Terrell 25, what's going on? It wasn't on ESPN app. It was on ESPN. And yet, when he fought on the app, he did bigger numbers than when he actually fought on ESPN. Woke the truth. What's going on? Jamal Pinkins, what's going on? So somebody help me understand this. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in super chat. No, it was on ESPN, which was free to watch. No. Amir Khan and Terence Crawford was on pay-per-view. Rico De Niro, what's going on? Terence Crawford and Amir Khan was not on pay-per-view ESPN Plus. It was on ESPN. And Victor Postal, Terence Crawford fight. wasn't that still on HBO? Kell Brook, Jeffrey Brooks' brother in Super Chat. He said, was Kell Brook on ESPN? Yeah, that was on free TV. Now, Teron, now watch this. I want to show y'all something. Teron Harris is now talking about, now watch this now. Salute to my brother Jeffrey Brooks in the Super Chat. Appreciate you. Teron Harris said, all this watching my man's pocket has been blocking this fight for 4 years. But you just told us that you know how much Sean Porter made. You know Sean Porter made the biggest paycheck of his career. So that means you've been doing the history on Sean Porter's pockets before he even came into this fight. I'm confused, Teron Harris. So you just said we pocket watching Terence Crawford, but then you said you know how much Sean Porter made. I'll be confused. Highly anticipated. What's going on? Bruce Davis. What's going on? Ahmad is Ahmad, my brother. Where you been at? Bruce Davis, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I'm just confused. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. Now I might have been mistaken. I might have made a mistake there. The Amir Khan fight might have been on ESPN Plus. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Because that might have been on. I don't think it was. I know it was pay-per-view. No, it was on regular ESPN. Oh, Destiny Black for sure. I agree with I agree with that 1,000%. Oh, for sure they inflated. For sure. It was on regular ESPN, as I thought. Yep, it was on ESPN, regular pay-per-view. It was on regular ESPN. So that's my point. So anyway, Keith Thurman, Rogers, what's going on? Yeah, it was on regular ESPN. So there you have it. That completely debunks that notion. Yeah, but you know what, Destiny Black, I don't count the heavy. As the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. So when you talk about the heavyweight division, it just I don't count it, man. They're in a class of their own. And yeah, they was on the app, but they did 850,000 pay-per-view buys, but they're the heavyweight division. That's the biggest division in boxing. So, Renegade Swag, what's going on? Yeah, rolling 60. That's why I give yeah, Lonely Red Wolf, man. So my thing is this, I give all boxers. I know people be like, man, why you giving these boxers this much this and credit and all of that, so on and so forth, man? Because you know how hard it is to do what they do, and to do it at a high level. Psh, you know how hard it is to do what they do, and to do it consistently at a high level and stay disciplined. Like right now, Tank has a fight. Devin has a fight. JoJo has a fight. Tiafimo has a fight. And these dudes can't eat in this holidays. June 12th, what's going on? June 12th, what's going on? Just think about that. You know how difficult it is to stay disciplined? Like right now, Tiafimo Lopez, he has to fully stay completely disciplined because he weighs in tomorrow. Just think about that. Free World 227, what's going on? Saquon Smith, what's going on? Jeffrey Brooks, my brother, back in the super chat. I believe this was Bud's first pay per view, I believe. Huh? Jeffrey Brooks, what are you talking about? This is Terence Crawford's third pay per view. He did a pay per view with Victor Postal. He did a pay per view with Amir Khan, and he did this pay per view with Sean Porter. It's his third pay per view. C. Nello, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to you, great brother. Yeah, smash that like button, people. This is his third pay per view, man. And like my brother, Hard Body J Timo, he in the gym right now. He got to focus on next week. Man, that's difficult, man. Sai Igor, what's going on, great brother? You know how difficult that is to stay disciplined. Everybody cooking. It's not the holidays for everybody. It's not everybody else. It's not everybody else's commitment. It's yours. Hampton Ski 9. What's going on? That everybody else is not on going. Preparing for nothing. It's just you. Yeah, how difficult that is, man. Come on, man. That's a commitment, man. Everybody cooking. No matter where you go right now, you smell it, you see it. It's everywhere. Even if you don't celebrate it, you see it, you smell it, and the restaurants are closed. Man, come on, man. It's huge. It's hard, man. James Aaron, what's going on? Kino, what's going on? So, Tyrell 25, what's going on? I always talk boxing and I keep it boxing. As far as, I don't like to get in their personals and all those things. I don't like to get into that, man. All due respect to the Rule 16. Ben City Lou, what's going on? Real ones eating and watching Blue Blood Sports. I appreciate you, great brother. He said the real ones is eating and watching Blue Blood Sports. I appreciate you, man. So, uh. So my thing is, right, you know, uh, um, I think Terence Crawford is going to beat Keith Thurman. Uh, I think Keith Thurman's vulnerabilities, the fact that Keith Thurman struggles, Bistro 25, President Jafar, what's going on? They some stuff like a turkey right now. Keith Thurman, Boston Barbecue, what's going on? He said everybody off hard body J Timo, everybody offering a plate knowing well I can't eat. I already know, bro. Man, I would put myself away, man. I would separate, I isolate myself from everybody today. I'd have stayed in the hotel from here to Monday. All the leftovers gone and everything. You know what I mean? Louis T, what's going on? So, my thing is Keith Thurman, you know what I mean? I think that Terence Crawford's style is all wrong for Keith Thurman. Even Keith Thurman before the layoff, without the inactivity, I think Terence Crawford's style is all wrong for Keith Thurman, right? Smash the like button, people. Really? Come on, man. We should be at 1.1K. Past that. Antonio Sarro, what's going on? We should be past 1.1K. Stacey Payton, what's going on? We should be past 1.1K. We ain't even at a K. Really? On Thanksgiving, we got to keep saying that, man. Smash the like button, man. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash it. Get the likes all the way up, man. Get it to 1.1K. Just Genuine, what's going on? My brother Amon said, I'm secluded now. Macadosis Macadosau, what's going on? Kevin Capote, what's going on? Hit Thurman one time to the gut, fight over. Yeah, that's the thing. That's Terence Crawford's specialty, man. He could go to the body. He could change levels. I think that's a terrible matchup for Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman does have M. Mills. What's going on? He has boxing ability. He does have power. He does have athleticness. He does have high ring IQ. So for sure, it's a very, very good fight. He has a boxing ability. I just think that Terence Crawford versatility, his skill set. I think that Terence Crawford is going to go to the body, and I think he's going to stop Keith Thurman. I think he stops Keith Thurman by the seventh round. Keith Thurman was nearly stopped. Destiny, but I appreciate you, Destiny. Keith Thurman was nearly stopped in his last two fights. Josito Lopez almost stopped Keith Thurman. Kevin Lausine, he said he had power. Past tense. Yeah, I think he stops Keith Thurman. Jorge Delgado, what's going on? I think that, 7th, 8th round, Josito Lopez almost stopped him. Manny, his last two fights, he almost got stopped. He almost got stopped by Josito Lopez. He almost got stopped by Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, I just think that is just, and his lack of commitment. Keith Thurman told us that he was coming back in the ring in the spring. Then it was the summertime. Then it was the fall. Then it was the winter. Now he's talking about next year. TB Mayweather, what's going on? Dub CPB, aka Brandon, my brother, what's going on? Jamal Felix, what's going on? Super Truth, what's going on? And another thing is Freddie Hutchins, what's going on? Boy Kids, what's going on? Just like Terence Crawford stated, why you got to wait 8 months? Because Keith Thurman know he needs that tune-up. Destiny Boy said, man, Keith Thurman think he Ron O'Neal somebody talking about 8 months or else what? Facts. So Willie Green, what's going on? So yeah, man, I think Terence Crawford wins the fight, but it's a big fight and it's a feather in the cap for Terence Crawford. And it's just en route to the biggest fight, which is Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. And I really truly would like to see Terence Crawford or Errol Spence fight Yordenis Ugas, and be able to pick up that strap, man, because I want to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence for undisputed. But we got to see how it plays out. But let me get out of here, man. Johnson Boys Entertainment. What's going on, great brother? I appreciate y'all, man. Enjoy your holidays. Keith Gordon, what's going on? Enjoy your holidays. Stay safe, man. Stay blessed. And take it easy out there, man. Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the time with the family. And we'll see you tomorrow. Jeffrey Brooks, brother in Super Chat. Keith can take body shots and loves going to the body. He can take it? No, he can't. Destiny Bite, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Appreciate you coming through. Destiny Bite, inbox me on Instagram because I want to get you on the show. John Wayne, what's going on? Inbox me on Instagram. Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Enjoy your holidays, man. Enjoy your time with the family, and stay safe. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. St. Louis Mick, NMB, Memphis Beats, my brothers. Kevin Lyles, much love. Big Block, Priest, Rolling 60s, peace and blessings. Jeffrey Brooks, blessings to you. Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. Enjoy your holiday, Queen. That's all I got for y'all, man. Peace.